So here's your 30-minute workout. Watch the form, what you're going to need. Grab a bottle of water, you always got to have that. And a set of weights. If you don't have a set of weights, grab a pair of soup cans. If you're brand new to weights, you can even use your own resistance to do this. Key is to watch your form. I'm going to help you out. We're going to use the Tabata app. You're going to do each exercise twice. You're going to do it 45 seconds of active working that and 15 seconds off. So we're going to use my trusty Tabata app that I've got set for that. And we're going to start very simply. We're going to start with squat kicks. That's our timer. Squat, I'm going to stand sideways. That squat's going to go back, and then you're just going to pick up that leg and kick. And you don't have to kick it that high. You can kick it down here. But if you notice when I squat, my knees aren't here, they're back. So we're going to start, sit back. You should be warmed up. You notice when I put on the form, you should warm up 5 minutes running up and down steps, jumping jacks, running in place, moving around. Notice when I'm kicking, my leg is going out and in. It is not doing this, or I'm going to hurt my back. Make sure it's out and in and back. Again, you can just touch. Here's an option as well, just touch. Got 5 seconds to go. Heart rate should be starting to get up a little bit. 15 seconds off. Like I said, always have water available. We're going to repeat that exercise. Turn the other way. What the heck? Maybe I'll face you. Again, sit back, sit, pull it out. There you go. Now I suggest putting on some motivating music. If I used music on this video, I would have to pay for the rights for that recorded music. So, you play the music that moves you. That's the important part. Believe it or not, it'll make a difference. You'll work harder. All right, almost there. All right, since we are still in the warm-up phase, we're going to do something called walking burpee. You come down, walk your legs out, walk them back in, and stand up. Simple as that. We're going to do it 45 seconds. Sit down on the heels, walk those feet out, stand back up. Now, as you progress in your fitness, you could add a hop out, and a walk in. You could add a hop out, a hop in, and an up. You could add a hop out, a hop in, and a hop up. Right now, we're just going to do that walking burpee. Getting our heart rate up. Pull those abs in as you walk those legs out. Breathe. Notice I'm not hanging my head. All right, 15 seconds off. Now I'm turning the fan on. Let's go the other way. And walking burpee, just to get your heart rate up. Down, you're using those muscles. Again, as you walk out, alternate your legs, because it does make a difference in the muscles that you're using. These are your options. Pull those abs up to the spine. Protect your back. This is excellent. You're just getting into fitness again. All right. Next one, we're going to do a little boxing. You're going to take your feet, butt shoulder width apart. You're going to punch forward and shuffle back. So, give me somebody that you really have an issue with. go for it, right? Notice my elbow stays in. I'm just jabbing out. I'm not out here. So my arm hangs out there. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot from the hip. Shoot that arm from the hip. Don't fully extend it. Just part way out. Little jabs. Think about if you were jabbing somebody in the ribs. That would work. If you're really hitting somebody, I would do a little bit more form for you. We're not actually hitting somebody. Gonna go the other way? At least we hope you're not. Gonna go that other way. Again, jab them in for the nose. Shuffling forward. And if you get tired, just step. This is the lower level. If you need to take it down. This is a little bit more cardiovascular when you're actually doing that shuffle. Keep the shoulders out of the ears. Push your shoulder blades down to your pockets. Again, shoot from the hip. Shoot, shoot, shoot. We're going to pick up our weights next. One more. All right, you're going to grab those weights. We're going to do a rear delt fly. You're going to bend over slightly. So now you notice I'm not up here, I'm right here. Abs in tight, you're just going to bring those arms out and slow down. Bring them out to the side, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and lower them slow. When my head's not hanging, look slightly ahead of you. Make your head an extension of your body. I'm going to face you. And notice my arms aren't bending. They're going out wide, and now my elbows are soft, but they're not bending and extending. It's a little bit different exercise. Keep those abs in. Make sure you're using a weight that challenges you, but doesn't force you to do this. Because when you're doing that, you're going to hurt your back. Slow and controlled. Good. One more set. Again, concentrate on pulling your abs in, that belly button back into the spine. 15 seconds goes pretty fast anymore, doesn't it? Again, abs in. Stick your rear out a little bit. See, like this. So it's kind of stuck out. I'm not like this. We're going to hurt my back, and I'm not like this. We're going to hurt my back. So abs in tight, straight line in that back. Shoulder blades squeeze. And I'm not standing up to do it, because then you're using your middle shoulders. We want to use the rear shoulders. The rear delts, as they call it. Breathe out when you raise those weights. Exhale as you lower them. Control. It's all about control. You got about 5 seconds. All right, we're going to do what they call a bent over row. We're going to work our back again. You're going to step forward with one foot. Again, put your elbow on your knee so you're pretty much parallel to the floor. You're going to pull straight back and release it slow. Squeeze. Bring that elbow high without rotating the body. So you don't go like this. That's rotating the body. The body stays in place. Just the arm moves. Slow and controlled. And that shoulder is out of the ear. It's not up here. It's back, pushing down towards the pockets. The reason your elbow is on your leg is to keep your body parallel to the floor instead of up here. Many people will do it up here, which you can, but you're not getting quite as much back involvement, not quite as hard as down here. Now we know what we got to do, right? Can't have you getting lopsided. So guess what? We got to go the other side. Again, body's parallel to the floor. You're going to bring that elbow high and then release it slow. Squeeze, release it slow. Squeeze. Now, your abs are engaged, right? You got that core engaged. So you're pulling that abs in to support that back. You're not holding your breath by pulling it in. You're using the muscles to hold that up. Squeeze that shoulder blade at the top. Hold it for a split second. Make sure you're not doing momentum. This is momentum, and this is momentum. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Make the muscle do the work. Notice my head is an extension of my body. It's not hanging low. It's not up high. It's just an extension of my body. All right. Grab some water. That was your first 5 exercises. You got a total of 15. We're going to do a twist, working the abs, the obliques. You're going to hold on to that weight. You need to use balance. Shoulder blades are back and down. You're just going to twist that body with that weight. Bring that knee to the opposite shoulder. How high it comes up, it's really up to you. And again, if you have trouble with balance, what I would say is just hold it here until you can get to that point where you feel your balance is better. Squeeze and twist. And it's tall. Make sure you're not pushing the belly button out. Keep it back. Make sure you get that twist in, okay? The shoulders should go sideways while your hips stay forward. Breathe out as you bring that knee up. Almost there. But even though we're almost there, we're going to do the other side. Yep, that means the other side. Can't have you walking around like Quasimodo, getting lopsided. You gotta do both sides. And that weight held directly in front of you, about the mid-waist. Just gonna twist, twist. Stay tall, make sure you're not coming down here. Stay tall, shoulder blades back and down, and then just twist that body. What we're doing is we're doing something, what we call a tabata workout, where we're going to alternate. We're going to get your heart rate up. We're also including weight work. So you get the benefits of both. And what happens is you get that intensity up, and then you bring it down a little bit, and then you bring it back up. It taxes your body. You actually have a more efficient workout. You get in 30 minutes so much more benefits than just doing a straight cardio for an hour. Now we're going to go to, grab both weights, what we call an upright row. Your legs are going to be wide. Notice my toes are pointed out to the sides. Those weights stay close to the body. You're going to come down, bring those elbows up, and then bring them down. Now, I'm going to turn sideways. Notice how close those weights stay to my body. Also notice I'm not doing this. My elbows are staying higher than those weights. And if you keep going, I'm going to show you what's happening is that shoulder blade is going like this, pulling down like a pulley to pull that weight up. So, when you get tired, alternate right and left. What that does is while you're working one arm, the other one gets to rest. Maybe just a split second, but it's still getting a rest. So that's a good way to get more reps in as you fatigue. All right, we got one more set to go. How you doing so far? Shoulder blades back and down. Toes are pointing out to the sides. Go straight down, pull it up. Now, how hard these exercises get to be is really going to be dependent also on what weight you pick. You know, I encourage you, challenge yourself, pick a heavier weight, and then go down if you can't keep your form. That's how we gain strength, by challenging ourselves. We're almost there. You have about 10 seconds, a little bit more maybe. Again, keep that weight close to the body. Elbows stay high, higher than the weight. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. moving on to something I call the runner skip. Put 1 foot back, like you're going to start a race. You're going to step forward and skip and back. So my right foot is back right now. You're just going to go forward and back. Now, you can start here. You can take out the skip if that's too much. And you don't go all the way down. Or you can go all the way down and all the way up. You pick the level. This is strictly, while you're using your muscles, it's a good cardio move. Keep going. Not that long. And as always, if you feel you need to take a break, take a break. If you feel you need water, get water. You can always come back to it. Other side. Leg is back. If you're going to start a race. And up. Keep looking forward. We got this. Again, if you get tired, take it down a notch. Touch, step, or touch, step. You got to gauge it. Don't worry about coordination. Just move. All right, we're going to the floor for a plank. You have so many options in the plank. You can do it on your knees, on your toes, up. So the key is make sure that that core is engaged and lifted. You can be up here is far better than here. See how my shoulders are sagging? You're pulling on your back, pulling on everything. Your shoulders, you're hurting everything. If you can't maintain this, go to this. That's okay. You're far better off proper form than hurting yourself. Holding it for 45 seconds. So understand, if you have to modify, modify. Notice my head's not down here. One of the worst things you could do. Extension of your body. What your head is. Take a little break. Coming right back to it. One more. All right. Ready? Knees or toes. Knees or toes. Again. Modify if you need to. If you start to get tired, let's say you're shaking and your body starts to sag like this, go to your knees. You can even do this with your arms on a chair if being on the floor is too much. That's okay. Pull those abs in. Engage the glutes, engage the abs. Keep everything engaged. Keep your body lifted, your shoulders tall, and your head straight out from your body, not sagging. Hold it, we're almost there. If you want to take it up a notch, do one leg. That will raise the difficulty. All right, coming on up. Again, you're going to grab your weights. Hold on. Do a straight arm raise. Grab 1, 2 weights. I will do it with 1. Most people are going to see that. Just going to bring that straight arm up and straight arm down. Slow and controlled. Notice my arm is straight. My pelvis is tucked under. Slow and controlled all the way up and all the way down. And all the way down, slow and controlled. Shoulder blades back and down. Notice I'm not arching my back. If you have to arch your back, your weight's too much. And you can do this with 2 weights, you can do it with 1. You notice I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this when they come down. Those arms are straight. Push your shoulders down as you raise those arms. about them as a lever. All right, one more set. This is a tough one for a lot of people, so it's okay to do that with just total body resistance. Just think about running your arms to molasses. And I'll show you real quick. You do it with the weight, but if you run your arms through molasses, notice the tension in my arms. You can also do it this way. That's okay. If you don't want to pick up a weight at this point. It's all depending on where you're starting, what your level is. That's the beauty of this, is you can modify it to whatever level you are and gradually increase that level. The more you do it, the stronger your body's going to get. The more you can increase your level. Obviously, how you would increase the level on this is you typically be using a heavier weight. Make sure you always maintain the form. All right, grab some water. The next exercise is going to be the tricep extension. We're working all parts of the body. You're going to take that weight, or again, your own body's resistance, or maybe just a can of soup. I'm going to step a little bit so you can see. Notice my arms are straight, they're close to my head, my elbows are pointed forward. You're going to lower that weight down, and then back up. Notice my arms are going like this. They're stationary. The only thing moving is the lower part, lower half of my arm. Again. When you start to get tired, put the weight down, take a lighter weight, do whatever you need to. So what you're going to do is keep that weight up. These are all simple exercises, very basic exercises. Just going to extend, bend and extend that arm. Bringing that weight all the way down so you get full range of motion. What this is working is your triceps. That is the back of the upper arm. We are taking care of what we used to call the teacher waddle. You know how when the teacher would draw on the blackboard and the bottom of their arm would swing? That's what we call the teacher waddle. Make sure those knees are soft, don't lock them up. Our triceps in day-to-day life, especially these days with technology, do not get used enough. So I would recommend that instead of doing bicep curls all the time, which is usually the first exercise people start doing, which to me is superfluous. I do very few bicep curls because I use my biceps in everything I do day to day. Triceps. Work your triceps. If you like well-toned arms, one of the things about working your triceps is there are 3 muscles, hence the word tri, that make up the triceps. There are 2 muscles, hence the word bi, that make up your biceps. So, would you rather work 3 muscles that are going to tone that arm, or 2? Now you should do both, but biceps get used in our day-to-day life. They just do. Or triceps do not. So, I would say when you are exercising, work your triceps twice as much as your biceps. And then wearing those sleeveless tops won't be a problem. All right, we're on to our cardio again. What is designed is a squat jump, back and forth. If you don't want to jump, you reach up and back, up and back. So, get that little bit of squat in. I like to go in a semicircle. Just makes it a little bit more exciting. How exciting can a squat jump be? Make sure your knees aren't coming forward. Again, I'm going to modify for you. Up or squat, reach. Reach. Here's a modification for you. So, if you're not ready to do a jump, or you want low impact, this is your modification. For the rest of you who want the extra, a little bit of a jump. Now, good thing I already got my workout in. All right, one more set. I'm going to do your modification up on the toes, or switch, 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 switch. jump, jump. You got this. 20 seconds. Almost there. All right. Back to the bicep. We're going to do a bicep curl with a rear lunge. Shoulder blades backing down. This knee, notice my back toe is up. Now you keep going. I want to show you a few things. Some people, especially as they get older, keep going, have a tough time keeping that back heel up because of toe arthritis. Set a box or a weight or something behind that foot that is going to keep that heel up for you. Or do it up against the wall so that that heel stays raised so that knee can go straight down. Now, because I'm using my weight, I'm only done biceps on one hand or one arm. So if that was you, make sure you switch. And back toe needs to stay up. This knee should never go past that toe. This knee should not be doing this. This is not a lunge. Straight down, straight up. Scissors those legs together. Shoulder blades back and down. The squat jumps. Got me heavy breathing. I like that. Engage the core. That'll help with balance. If you have trouble with balance, put a chair here that you can hang on to. Turn this way. Put a chair here that you can hang on to, and that'll help you balance as well. All right. We are almost done. We're going to the floor. We're going to work a little bit on our abs. We're going to either legs are straight or bent. One leg is straight. You come up and reach that leg. Touch. Try to come up one vertebrae at a time. If it's too much, bend that knee and bring it up. That knee, bring it up. If this is too much, just like this, just crunch and reach over. Straighten this leg. That gives you a little bit of balance. Makes it a little bit easier as well. There's a lot of modifications you can make. One thing you must think about when you're doing this is pulling those abs physically in before you sit up so that you don't push them out and basically take away all the benefits you could have. So make sure that you physically, before you raise your body, pull those abs down to the ground so that you are not pushing them out as you come up. Breathe out as you raise up. Again, this is too much. Straighten that leg. That'll give you a little bit of balance. If that's still too much, bend this knee in. That's still too much. Just leave it down. Just come up and reach across. That's still too much. Just a little crunch. Reach across. There's so many options on this for you to do. Keep going and even show you a standing option. Standing option is like this. There's your standing option. All right. All right, last exercise. We're going to do it a side plank to work those obliques again. You can do these on your knees. You raise that hip on your feet. Raise that arm. What works for you? I'm on my elbow. Make sure that elbow is directly under your shoulder. Another option, people, is a high plank. This is a little bit easier than the elbow plank. Because the elbow plank pulls your gravity, bigger pull. Keep that hip lifted though. Notice the hip's not sagging down, my belly's not pushed out. If you have trouble balancing, soft, just touch right here. So you're not leaning like this, just touch. That'll help with your balance. Giving that proprioception, so that'll help your body balance. Keep that hip lifted, abs in tight. You know what you gotta do? One more. You gotta do the other side. And then you're done. Then I encourage you, make sure you stretch. Coming up, close abs in again, keep that hip lifted. And put your arm up. There's options to this too. We're just going to show you this. Again, if you're tired or not quite ready for that, come up on your knee and lift that hip. Just make sure that hip is lifted. And if balance is an issue, right here, just that touch. Notice I'm not leaning on it. I'm using that touch. That's letting me know, my body know where I'm at, and it's going to help with my balance. My head's not hanging down here. And it's an extension of my body. The belly button's pulled back to my spine. Shoulders are down, out of the ears. And you are done. 30 minutes, you did weights, you did cardio, you got intense, hopefully, and then you took it down and got back up. But that's what's going to give you the best results. Love to hear how you're doing.